BZ4X, a car for an active, carbon-neutral lifestyle. It's got up to 50% more power, charging times up to twice as fast, and double the towing capacity.
For years, electric vehicles were a status symbol, sleek, futuristic, and undeniably expensive. They were marketed as the cutting edge of technology, but for the average consumer, they remained out of reach. That reality has just changed. The whole industry is changing, actually. The only way the EV revolution can succeed is if adoption becomes mainstream. Toyota understands this best of all, so much so that it may end up disrupting the entire industry. Toyota has released a new $13,000 EV and obliterated the Tesla Model Y. This seismic shift doesn't just threaten Tesla's dominance, it forces the entire automotive industry to rethink its strategy. With gas-powered cars now facing their biggest challenge yet, the future of transportation is about to be rewritten. So, how big of a deal is it? Let's find out. Toyota's strategic entry into the EV market. For decades, Toyota has been a dominant force in the global automotive industry, renowned for its innovation, reliability, and ability to anticipate market trends. Yet, when it came to fully electric vehicles, the Japanese giant appeared uncharacteristically cautious. While Tesla, BYD, and Volkswagen aggressively pushed into the EV space, Toyota doubled down on hybrid technology, arguing that it was a more practical bridge toward electrification. The strategy worked for years. Toyota remained the world's best-selling automaker, delivering over 10.5 million vehicles in 2023 alone, with its hybrid lineup driving a significant portion of those sales. However, as EV adoption accelerated worldwide, Toyota's reluctance to commit fully to battery electric vehicles began to show cracks. So, how did the automaking giant respond to this changing reality? Well, let's explore just that. By 2023, Tesla had surged to over 1.8 million global deliveries, while BYD, fueled by China's rapid EV expansion, surpassed 3 million units in total new energy vehicle sales, including plug-in hybrids. Volkswagen, too, ramped up its EV push, with its ID series making notable gains in Europe. Toyota's hesitance was not without consequences. In China, the world's largest EV market, its sales dropped by 1.7% in 2023, while BYD's skyrocketed by over 60%. In the US, Tesla maintained a stranglehold on the EV segment, commanding over 50% of the market share, while Toyota struggled to make a significant dent. Even in Europe, where Toyota traditionally performed well, its slow EV rollout left it lagging behind Volkswagen's aggressive electrification efforts. Investors and analysts began to question whether Toyota's hybrid-first strategy was a miscalculation rather than a prudent step. However, behind the scenes, the company was methodically laying the groundwork for a bold re-entry into the EV market. Unlike rivals that rushed into EV production, often encountering battery shortages, software glitches, and scaling difficulties, Toyota took a measured approach. It leveraged its decades of experience in battery development, fine-tuning solid-state battery technology, and optimizing production efficiency. Now, with the market maturing and infrastructure improving, Toyota has unveiled an affordable electric SUV that could rewrite the rules of the EV industry. This brings us to the Toyota bZ3X. The unprecedented pricing, $13,000, and what it means. Priced at just over $13,000 in China, the Toyota bZ3X electric SUV is redefining what affordability means in the EV market. Instead of positioning itself as a luxury competitor, Toyota has made a strategic move that disrupts the long-held assumption that EVs must come with a hefty price tag. This aggressive pricing challenges industry norms, proving that mainstream electric vehicles can be both accessible and profitable. Historically, EV adoption has been driven by early adopters willing to pay a premium, but Toyota's decision to launch an EV at such a competitive price signals a shift in strategy. Unlike Tesla's Model Y, which costs around $45,000, or Volkswagen's ID.4, which can set one back by $38,000, the BZ3X is positioned as an everyday vehicle for the mass market, directly competing with entry-level gasoline-powered cars rather than high-end luxury EVs. This move could accelerate EV adoption far faster than previously expected, forcing legacy automakers to rethink their own pricing models. Beyond its immediate impact, Toyota's pricing strategy sets a new precedent for how EVs should be marketed and sold. Instead of starting with expensive models and gradually lowering costs, Toyota is flipping the script by delivering affordability up front while ensuring long-term profitability through economies of scale. This approach could pressure competitors to follow suit, making budget-friendly EVs the new industry standard rather than an exception. Unlike Tesla's price-cutting strategies, which often involve reducing margins to stimulate demand, Toyota's approach is built on manufacturing efficiency, strategic partnerships, and cost-effective battery technology. If successful, it could fundamentally alter how automakers structure their EV lineups, shifting the focus from high-margin, luxury models to truly mass-market electric mobility. Toyota's long-term play is evident in its partnerships and technological innovations. Its collaboration with China's GAC Group allows for cost-efficient production at scale, leveraging an existing infrastructure that keeps overhead low and output high. In the world's largest EV market, where affordability dictates consumer choices, this partnership gives Toyota a significant advantage over competitors still struggling with production bottlenecks. The shift to lithium iron phosphate, or LFP battery technology, further cements Toyota's competitive edge. LFP batteries, unlike traditional lithium-ion counterparts, are not only more cost-effective, but also more durable, safer, and less reliant on expensive raw materials like cobalt and nickel. By prioritizing affordability without sacrificing quality, Toyota has positioned itself as the leader in practical, long-lasting EVs designed for the everyday consumer. Manufacturing efficiency remains Toyota's greatest asset in this transition. Decades of refining lean production methods, including the just-in-time or JIT system, allow Toyota to produce high-quality vehicles at lower costs than many of its competitors. While new EV startups struggle to achieve profitability due to high production expenses, Toyota's established global supply chains and factory networks give it a crucial advantage. This ability to scale efficiently ensures that Toyota can meet rising EV demand without excessive price fluctuations or supply chain disruptions. By offering an electric SUV at a price competitive with traditional internal combustion vehicles, Toyota has shattered the notion that EVs must remain a luxury product. This move forces competitors to respond, potentially reshaping the industry's approach to pricing, production, and consumer accessibility. But what can one expect from such an affordable car? Well, a lot. Features and performance: what you get for $13,000. For $13,000, the Toyota BZ3X isn't just about affordability, it's a bold statement that an EV at this price point doesn't have to sacrifice features, comfort, or performance. Unlike many budget EVs that strip down luxury and convenience features to cut costs, Toyota's offering is fully equipped, making it a formidable competitor in the electric SUV market. The vehicle is designed to provide a premium experience without the premium price tag. It is a full-size model designed for practicality, catering to the growing segment of SUV buyers who demand spaciousness and versatility. Comparable in size to the Toyota RAV4, one of the world's best-selling SUVs, it offers ample cabin space, generous cargo capacity, and a commanding road presence. This positions it as an ideal choice for families, adventure seekers, and those looking for an EV that doesn't compromise on utility. With the increasing global demand for SUVs, accounting for over 45% of all vehicle sales in 2023, Toyota has strategically targeted a segment that ensures mass appeal. Technology and infotainment are at the heart of the Toyota BZ3X's appeal. The centerpiece of the interior is a massive 14-inch touchscreen that offers advanced connectivity features, including wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The intuitive interface ensures seamless access to navigation, entertainment, and vehicle settings, enhancing the driving experience. Complementing this is an 8-inch digital driver display, which provides real-time information on speed, battery range, and other essential driving metrics. This dual display setup aligns with the industry's shift toward digital cockpits, offering a futuristic and user-friendly experience that rivals premium EVs from Tesla and Mercedes-Benz. Toyota has also prioritized safety and driver assistance, equipping the bZ3X with a comprehensive suite of advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS. Features such as adaptive cruise control, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring come standard, reinforcing Toyota's reputation for safety. These systems enhance convenience on long drives, reduce the likelihood of collisions, and provide drivers with added confidence in urban and highway settings. With regulatory bodies worldwide tightening safety requirements for new vehicles, Toyota's decision to include these features as standard gives it a competitive edge. Luxury isn't overlooked either. The bZ3X boasts a premium interior loaded with comfort-focused amenities, wireless smartphone charging, rear air vents for passenger comfort, and multiple USB-C ports ensure seamless connectivity on the go. One of the standout features is its 32-color ambient lighting system, an element typically reserved for high-end luxury vehicles like the BMW iX and Mercedes EQS. This feature not only enhances the cabin's aesthetic appeal, but also allows drivers to personalize their environment based on mood or preference. By offering an electric SUV that is both feature-rich and competitively priced, Toyota is sending a clear message. Affordability in the EV market no longer means compromising on quality, technology, or safety. This vehicle disrupts conventional pricing models, positioning itself as a game-changer in the industry. At $13,000, Toyota has not just entered the EV race, it has set a new benchmark for what consumers should expect from an electric vehicle at this price point. But the price point is still wild. While it is perfect for consumers, how can Toyota maintain such an affordable cost? Well, therein lies their long-term strategy: selling at a loss for future gains. Toyota's decision to price the bZ3X at $13,000 is not about immediate profitability. It's a calculated move to establish long-term dominance in the EV market. The company is strategically selling the vehicle at a loss, absorbing short-term financial setbacks to secure a foothold in an industry that is rapidly evolving. This approach mirrors the early strategies of Tesla and BYD, both of which prioritized market penetration over immediate margins. Tesla, for instance, operated at a loss for years before turning a profit, using aggressive pricing and innovation to establish itself as the global EV leader. Now, Toyota is employing a similar tactic, but with the added advantage of its vast manufacturing experience and established global supply chain. The primary goal behind this move is to preemptively disrupt competitors before they can respond. By undercutting the premium EV market while still offering a well-equipped, full-size SUV, Toyota is forcing rivals like Tesla, Volkswagen, and BYD to reassess their pricing models. Historically, Toyota has succeeded by entering markets at the right moment and scaling quickly. Its hybrid Prius, introduced in 1997, faced initial skepticism, but eventually became the best-selling hybrid vehicle worldwide, with over 15 million units sold. Toyota is now applying this same strategic patience to the EV sector. Beyond competition, Toyota's strategy is centered on reshaping consumer expectations. For years, electric vehicles have been seen as either luxury purchases or budget models that lack essential features. By offering an EV with premium technology, spacious design, and advanced safety features at a disruptively low price, Toyota is setting a new standard. Consumers who may have been hesitant to transition to electric due to cost concerns now see an accessible, high-quality alternative accelerating mass EV adoption. This shift in consumer mindset is crucial, as the EV industry is projected to surpass 50% of global car sales by 2035, according to Bloomberg NEF. Toyota's willingness to take an initial loss also reflects a larger, long-term vision. Governments worldwide are increasing subsidies for EVs while tightening regulations on gas-powered cars, signaling an inevitable industry shift. By securing a large share of the EV market now, Toyota positions itself as a leader in a future where electric cars are the norm. This is not just about selling vehicles, it's about capturing a loyal customer base, expanding charging infrastructure partnerships, and strengthening Toyota's reputation. This poses a direct challenge to Tesla's long-standing dominance. For over a decade, Tesla has set the standard for EV innovation, branding itself as a premium automaker that revolutionized electric mobility. By focusing on high-performance, high-margin vehicles, Tesla successfully built an image of exclusivity, with models like the Model S and Model X catering to affluent buyers. However, Toyota's new strategy threatens this positioning by making EVs far more affordable and accessible to the mainstream market. This shift challenges the very foundation of Tesla's business model, as mass-market consumers who once viewed Tesla as the only viable EV option now have a compelling alternative from one of the world's most trusted automakers. Beyond Tesla, Toyota's pricing strategy is forcing the entire automotive industry to reassess its approach to EVs. Volkswagen, General Motors, and Ford have invested heavily in electrification, but most of their offerings remain either premium-priced or positioned as entry-level models with compromises on range, features, and performance. With Toyota proving that affordability doesn't have to come at the cost of quality, these automakers now face significant pressure to adjust their pricing strategies. If they fail to respond, they risk losing market share to Toyota, which has a proven track record of scaling production efficiently. For example, Volkswagen sold approximately 771,000 electric vehicles in 2023, a respectable figure, but still significantly behind Tesla's 1.8 million. If Toyota's new EVs gain traction, it could quickly surpass these numbers due to its vast production capabilities and established global presence. This disruption can also reshape the trajectory of EV adoption worldwide. High costs have long been one of the primary barriers preventing consumers from transitioning to electric vehicles, with the average EV in the US costing around $55,000, according to Kelley Blue Book. By slashing these prices while maintaining high-end features, Toyota is making EV ownership more realistic for a larger demographic. The impact of this could be profound, accelerating the global shift away from internal combustion engines and pushing policymakers to expand charging infrastructure and incentives for electric cars. Governments aiming for carbon neutrality by 2050 have set ambitious targets for EV adoption, and Toyota's move could be the catalyst needed to make these goals achievable at a faster rate. The future of EVs. What comes next? Toyota's aggressive pricing model, despite the high initial sticker price of $13,000, is a calculated play that could force competitors to lower their own EV prices to remain competitive. If this happens, affordability will no longer be an exception in the EV market, it will become the norm. As a result, gas-powered vehicles could lose relevance far sooner than industry analysts previously predicted. Global EV sales have already been surging, with over 14 million EVs sold in 2023, according to the International Energy Agency, marking a 35% increase from the previous year. By 2030, EVs are expected to account for 60% of all new car sales in leading markets like China, Europe, and the US. However, Toyota's pricing strategy could accelerate this transition by shifting consumer expectations. If consumers begin to see high-quality, feature-rich EVs at competitive prices, demand for gasoline-powered cars could decline even faster, rendering them obsolete within a decade. Toyota's move also signals a potential expansion of its EV lineup, leveraging the same affordability-first strategy. While this particular electric SUV has been priced for disruption, future models could target the $30,000 to $40,000 range, directly competing with bestsellers like the Tesla Model 3 and the BYD Seal. Toyota's existing manufacturing infrastructure, combined with strategic partnerships like its collaboration with China's GAC Group, gives it the ability to scale production rapidly. If the company applies the same efficiency and cost-cutting measures to smaller, more affordable models, it could corner a significant portion of the global EV market within just a few years. More than just a product launch, Toyota has rewritten the rules of the auto industry. For decades, the EV sector has been dominated by a trade-off between affordability and quality. Toyota has shattered this perception. So, what can Tesla do to avoid a complete collapse? Tesla's 3 strategic options for survival. For years, Tesla dominated the industry with cutting-edge technology, sleek designs, and a first-mover advantage that allowed it to command a 58% share of the US EV market. However, the competitive landscape has shifted dramatically. The rise of Chinese EV manufacturers like BYD, aggressive expansion by Volkswagen, Hyundai, and Ford, and now Toyota's entry into the affordable EV segment are threatening Tesla's long-standing market supremacy. One of Tesla's biggest vulnerabilities lies in its pricing model. Historically, it positioned itself as a luxury EV brand, with models like the Model S Plaid starting at $90,000 and the Model X surpassing $100,000, while Tesla attempted to introduce lower-cost models such as the Model 3, priced at $38,090, and Model Y, priced at $43,990. These vehicles are still out of reach for many consumers. Meanwhile, companies like BYD are producing high-quality EVs priced as low as $20,000 to $30,000, and Toyota's disruptive pricing strategy could push EV prices even lower. If Tesla does not adjust, it risks losing price-sensitive customers to competitors offering more affordable alternatives with similar, if not superior, technology. With the arrival of the Toyota bZ3X, Tesla's traditional business model is under direct attack. Unlike previous challengers, Toyota brings a combination of manufacturing efficiency, brand trust, and scale that few companies can match. Its ability to mass-produce EVs at lower costs could force Tesla to either lower its own prices or risk losing market share rapidly. So, what can Tesla do? Well, there are 3 options. One immediate response Tesla could take is to cut prices to compete directly with Toyota's low-cost EVs. This would be a drastic move, as Tesla's entire business model has historically relied on high margins rather than volume-based affordability. Unlike Toyota, which benefits from a vast global supply chain and decades of cost-cutting expertise, Tesla still struggles with production costs, supply chain fluctuations, and expensive battery technology. Tesla has already experimented with price cuts in 2023 and 2024, slashing the cost of models like the Model Y by up to $13,000 in some regions to stay competitive. However, these reductions have strained profitability, with Tesla's gross margins falling from 29% in 2022 to around 17% in 2024, a significant decline that investors have not overlooked. Further price cuts could trigger a financial downward spiral, eroding Tesla's ability to invest in new technology, research and development, and manufacturing improvements. Another concern is the psychological effect on consumers. If Tesla constantly lowers prices, potential buyers might hesitate to purchase, expecting further reductions. This could create instability in demand, making it harder for Tesla to sustain a profitable pricing structure. A more sustainable approach would be for Tesla to finally introduce an affordable EV, something Elon Musk has teased for years but has yet to deliver. A $25,000 Tesla has been rumored since 2020, but delays, battery production issues, and supply chain disruptions have prevented its release. The biggest risk here is time. Even if Tesla accelerates development, it could take at least 2 more years before a truly budget-friendly Tesla reaches the market. By then, Toyota may have already secured market dominance in the affordable EV segment, making it difficult for Tesla to win over cost-conscious consumers. Quality control is another major concern. Tesla has faced numerous issues with build quality, ranging from misaligned panels to software glitches. Rushing an affordable EV to market could lead to production flaws, damaging Tesla's reputation for innovation and reliability. Given how critical quality and brand perception are in the automotive industry, a poorly executed budget Tesla could do more harm than good. Tesla could also choose to maintain its premium positioning and focus on high-end luxury EVs, rather than competing in the affordability war. This would mean accepting the loss of mass-market dominance, but preserving its image as an elite EV brand, much like Porsche or Mercedes-Benz in the gasoline era. There is some logic to this approach. Tesla still holds an edge in autonomous driving, software integration, and performance-focused EVs. It could push further into the high-end market by enhancing its full self-driving or FSD capabilities, launching ultra-luxury models, and expanding its energy and AI businesses. The risk? The EV market is shifting toward affordability, and ignoring this trend could push Tesla into an unsustainable niche. If Toyota and other competitors make EVs widely accessible, Tesla could lose relevance as the industry evolves. While premium cars will always have a market, the long-term growth of EV adoption depends on making them accessible to the masses. Regardless of what they choose to do, Tesla cannot afford to ignore Toyota's bold move. Tesla worries don't end here. Tesla is facing the perfect storm right now. In 2023, the company managed to deliver 1.8 million vehicles, reflecting a 38% increase from the previous year. However, this momentum has not carried forward into 2025. Sales in key markets like Europe and the United Kingdom have plummeted, with figures in January showing a nearly 50% decline compared to the same period the previous year. This dramatic downturn has sent shockwaves through the stock market, dragging Tesla's valuation below the $1 trillion mark for the first time since November 2024. The situation has been exacerbated by CEO Elon Musk's deepening involvement in politics, which has alienated his customer base. His appointment as head of the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, under US President Donald Trump, has sparked widespread backlash. The fallout from Musk's political engagement has been swift and severe. A growing protest movement, known as the Tesla Takedown, has taken root across the United States due to his political activities, and Europe due to his involvement with the aggressive Trump administration, with demonstrators rallying outside Tesla dealerships, calling for a mass divestment from the brand. Owners have been seen placing stickers on their vehicles declaring that they purchased them before Musk's political entanglements, while others have outright sold their Teslas in protest. Compounding these issues, the Trump administration's newly imposed tariffs on Canadian, European, and Chinese imports threaten to disrupt Tesla's supply chains, driving up production costs and potentially making its vehicles less competitive against an onslaught of lower-priced alternatives from China and legacy automakers. Moreover, Musk's controversial stance on the Ukraine-Russia conflict has led to a diplomatic rift that could have far-reaching consequences for Tesla's standing in Europe. Meanwhile, his attempt to push through mass layoffs of 77,000 federal employees under the guise of government efficiency was blocked by the Supreme Court, reinforcing concerns about his governance style and further fueling public discontent. As protests escalate, Tesla is finding itself at the center of a growing consumer rebellion. The decline in Tesla's fortunes did not happen overnight. Signs of trouble were already visible in 2023 when the company's growth rate had begun to slow. In the fourth quarter of that year, Tesla delivered just 484,507 vehicles, a modest 20% increase compared to the previous year, a stark contrast to the 50% year-over-year growth it once boasted. At the same time, Chinese automaker BYD was rapidly gaining ground. By the end of 2023, BYD had sold over 3 million new energy vehicles, including hybrids, officially surpassing Tesla in battery electric vehicle sales for the first time. This marked a turning point in the global EV race, as Tesla's dominance was no longer assured. Fast forward to 2025, and Tesla's struggles have only worsened. The company is now facing an onslaught of external pressures, from plummeting sales figures to a growing customer boycott. In the United States, Tesla saw a brief uptick in sales in February, but overall figures for the year remain bleak. In Europe, the situation is even more dire. Sales in Germany collapsed by 76% year-over-year in February, contributing to an overall 45% decline across the continent in January. The Chinese market, once seen as Tesla's primary growth engine, is also faltering, with domestic competitors like BYD, NEO, and XPeng flooding the market with more affordable and technologically advanced EVs. Analysts at Baird now predict Tesla's first quarter deliveries will reach just 369,400 vehicles, falling 16% short of Wall Street's consensus estimate of 437,500. This shortfall has sent Tesla's stock price into freefall, shedding 40% of its value since its post-election high. Meanwhile, competitors are capitalizing on Tesla's decline. Toyota is no exception. Regardless of whether Tesla survives, one thing is for sure: a change is underway. The death sentence for gas-powered cars. For years, the transition to electric vehicles was seen as a gradual shift, with governments worldwide relying on subsidies, tax breaks, and incentives to push EV adoption forward. These policies were based on the assumption that EVs would remain expensive for the foreseeable future, requiring financial assistance to make them a viable alternative to gasoline-powered cars. However, Toyota's bZ3X has shattered these assumptions. Now that EVs are no longer limited to the luxury market, the role of government incentives will likely shift toward infrastructure development and clean energy investments rather than price support. The long-standing argument in favor of gasoline-powered cars has always been their lower cost compared to EVs, especially for budget-conscious consumers and fleet operators. That final barrier has now been removed. Toyota's pricing strategy makes it clear that affordable EVs are not just possible, they are here. And with this reality, the transition to electric vehicles will accelerate far beyond previous expectations. One of the biggest winners in the new EV landscape will be fleet operators, ride-sharing companies, and delivery services, all of whom rely on high-mileage vehicles and prioritize cost savings. Until now, many of these businesses have hesitated to transition to EVs due to higher upfront costs and limited affordable options. Toyota's new pricing model completely changes the equation, making electric fleets not only environmentally responsible, but also the most financially viable choice. Ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft have already begun adopting EVs, but high costs have slowed their full transition. With cheaper EVs now available, these companies will rapidly phase out gas-powered vehicles in favor of electric ones. Similarly, delivery companies such as FedEx, UPS, and Amazon will find EVs even more attractive, as lower maintenance costs and fuel savings significantly improve their operational efficiency. Moreover, rental car agencies and corporate fleets, historically hesitant to commit fully to EVs, will embrace the shift now that Toyota has proven affordable electrification is possible. This rapid shift means that gas-powered fleet vehicles, once dominant on the roads, will begin disappearing at an accelerated pace, marking one of the most visible signs of the decline of gasoline-powered transportation. As EV adoption surges, some of the hardest-hit industries will be those that depend on gasoline-powered vehicles for revenue. Gas stations, auto repair shops, and parts suppliers will face declining demand. The choice is simple: either adapt or phase out. Cities will also need to rethink their public transportation systems. The shift to electric mobility will impact everything from bus fleets to traffic regulations, requiring significant updates in urban planning. Additionally, countries that currently depend on oil exports will need to diversify their economies or face declining revenues as global gasoline demand shrinks. What was once projected to be a decades-long transition has now turned into a rapid shift that traditional automakers, oil companies, and service industries were not fully prepared for. Toyota's bold pricing strategy has forced every major car manufacturer to reconsider their approach, speeding up a process that was already inevitable. Meanwhile, Tesla must decide its next move. Toyota's affordability-first strategy threatens Tesla's dominance in the mainstream EV market, and unless Tesla can respond with cheaper models, it risks losing its competitive edge. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Did you like this video? If you did, please consider liking, dropping a comment, and hitting the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on our new uploads. Also, don't miss this video you see on your screen right now. It's truly unbelievable.